Hello. So forward slash. Okay, actually, this is specifier is used to display the type of the you can say data slash variable. Then comes the forward slash v display any kind of data. It can do work of you can say %d, %s, %g, %t, anything. etc. Cool. Now it's the example time, buddies. Here comes the coding part, which is like the most interesting. Okay, let me do it a little bit. Okay, no, it's fine actually. I am a little misplaced. Yeah, perfect. Okay, what do we have? Yep. So now we are going towards writing the examples. So it's coding time. Let me switch back to the other window. Printf is covered. Let's say, okay, not in day 4, dude, it's day 7. We will be creating for, let's say, integer int.go package main import fmt, my bad, func main so here we are basically saying fmt dot, so we can check it here as well, that does print ln also support it. Print ln, this is an %s, actually %d, comma space, let's say it's 7. Int dot go. Okay, that's another use of printf, that it can work with the you know, what can I say, format specifiers. So let me mention it here. Difference between difference between println and printf. Okay, here we are. Bullet points. Uh, printf supports I do have added it somewhere, right? Printf supports what? Escape, sorry, not escape sequence. What is the format specifiers? Supports fire, but println doesn't. Next point can be like okay, support. Now the next difference is printf does println add a new line in the end, but printf doesn't. I mean, I guess two differences are quite useful because specifier using of specifiers is a pretty big advantage itself, is what I think. I can count off these two only as of now. Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming it to be a little better now. Is it? It does look like though. Okay, no problem. So I was done with an example for this one. Now let's talk about %s. Let me add all those examples in like under one program itself. Examples of format specifiers. Now this is like an integer. This is can be string, float, boolean, double quotes one, then T for I guess capital T for type. What else do I have written in here? V for what, like every single thing. Integer, then we have S for Let's say my string is whipping. Is it same thing? Then the Q one with the quotes actually. Then we have the small t for true or false. Now we are using we have covered float. We missed the float one actually, the z. Percentile t actually. Type of first value, second value, something like that. Let's say it's an int. I am saying it as tr. This is a string, right? And to thanks dude, but I do not need any kind of paid promotions. Str, and then we have the percentile v for like this is a universal thing, right? Regarding any computer, the quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on incredibly flexible. Yeah, I have already said that. Okay. Print string. Integer. Print tr. Float. You will be reading about these like integer float and in the next. Okay, percent t will be replaced with percent v. Integer string 45.6, and let's rename it to format space. Is the spelling correct? SPECIFIERS. ERS. Cool. You can see I'm getting the correct values rendered here. The integer value, the float value, the without quote, the string I input, with the quotes, the boolean value, the type for the first value is integer and the second value is string. Yes, perfect. Let me replace it with whipping actually, so that it will be little more clear. Let me put this example here. Output Perfect. What are the other things that I can do with this? I cannot do anything. No thanks. Let me type it here. I'm good, man. Perfect. So if I am going through this entire blog post, what I can see is adding comment is covered. Then we are covering printf and println. Then format specifier is something which we have defined. Actually, I should be covering this in the data type, then it would be way better thing. Yep. Let me edit it a little. Uh, and let me cut it from here. I guess that's enough. And these can go under this. But where? Data type we have defined integer, string, floats, rule. Okay, there is no program exist here. I guess this is a better solution. Let me add that line here. Oh, dude, it's a lot of work. Let me rename it to another one because this thing is doing a hell lot of disturbance actually. Come on, YouTube. Perfect. So what is it we are doing in here is we are just doing the escape sequence and all those things. And correct. Then we have the variables and data types. Here we are just defining how the integers, what are floats, what are boolean values, what are string, what are runnies. Okay, we are missing the program for it's written in the day 5, right? I completely missed this thing though. Well, that's the benefit of revising things. Here goes the program, and output will be something like this. Day 5 actually. Perfect. This will go like this. Then we have covered the format specifiers. Now we have covered the variables. Cool. Now it is looking way better actually. Just a second, guys. Let me test it. Underscore is also a variable name. Let me test these things, huh? I can do it here only, right? Where a equals, okay, where underscore equals to test println underscore fmt dot yar. Come on, dude. As a value or type. Okay. Let me remove it from here. That's for the best. Perfect. It is looking way better now. So what we have covered so far is we have covered the format specifiers, right? Yeah, I mean, there are a few more things which we can do with the format specifiers. Actually, yeah. What all those things I have covered so far in the data type? Adding escape sequences, this. I have now covered operators and all those things, right? Okay, it's time for cover the operators as well. What's the thumbnail for today's stream, buddy? It is fmt.printf format specifier. Mm. Mm. Okay, cool. So we will be doing a few more examples for format specifiers actually. It is final switch as well, right? Switch lab. Am I able to find myself? Okay. No result found. Do we have this here? Okay, dude. Oh. Um, I have the correct description set here. There is no description, right? Can I have a separate description? No, I can't. I can't. No issues. Nothing to worry about. But yeah, let me go through a few float examples that can be used to display the values here and there. Float, press the float, go. So there can be possible scenarios where like you have a decimal point. Okay, a few more examples can be written, right? Like displaying only 2 digit after a decimal. Oh, dude. After decimal. This can be a nice example. I mean, package main import fmt func main print. Okay, my bad. Oh, dude. Person G was the. So if I do here 0.2 and then I am passing it as 45 dot, I guess this should work. Day 7 float. It's only printing. It's only printing 45, right? That is strange because I guess percentile G is for percentile G is, yeah, that is correct. Is it like, I guess -2, I'm guessing. Uh-huh. What is it, dude? Point minus, no, no, no. What do you, point -2. No, it's not what. Okay, something is fishy here. 3. Let's say 0.4. Okay, so 0.4 or 2, these are the way that I can, I guess I can just print the values. If I'm writing 4, then it is only printing the 4 digit for the same. And a few more examples I can use in here. Just a second, I have this whole thing ready. Okay, I can use it like this as well, like 1.4. Like I'm saying 2.4, it means it will display the 2 digit. If I'm saying 2, it's displaying the entire thing, right? It means I have to write 0.5 to display the 3 decimal because there are 2. But this is kind of an what can I say? If I say 45, 45, then this will be and treble movement for us. I can say 0.5. Nah, it's same. Okay, I have to work on this thing. How does it work, dude? Let me check my previous notes. Where's float? It's percentile B. Yeah, that's what I can see here. Just a second, guys. Okay, okay. If I do 3% D, PF. Okay. So as per this thing, if I am adding, let's say 10 here, then it will display 3, 3, 6. Okay, let me say 20. Okay, it's adding these extra spaces actually. So adding this, uh, like whatever the number I define, it will use that specific space, but fill all the other values with what spaces. If I say 2, then it will only display. It's supposed to display only 2, right? Okay, let me take 5. I guess the counting is like more than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9. So if I enter 10, then I will be able to see that extra space. Yep, yep. On 9, I guess there will be no spacing. Cool. So let's say 4.5, and if I'm writing 3, there will be no changes. But if I write 4, in that case there is an extra space added. Okay, cool. What if I do 0.4? This will basically covering whole space of 10 character in terminal. Like spaces. How can I write it here? Yeah, spaces and value. It will be displayed something like this. In our case, okay, let's say I have here this value, and I'm writing here as 0.3. Yeah, it is working actually. If I'm giving it 0.2, then it is only displaying the okay, what if I do 0.0? Okay, it is eating the entire string, dude. What on 0.1? This is strange. Okay, do we have percent %f as well for float? Okay, percent %f can also be used as float. This is yes. What can I say? Percent F is what much easier to remember is what I think actually. Where else is it? Uh, cool, nice. We were writing a few more examples somewhere. Okay, here is, yeah, this is working fine, right? Percent F is behaving properly. Finally, yeah. And if I do 10F, then it's still same. Okay, cool. Wait. Yeah, that is what I was doing. I was confused with that. What percentile G. I guess that's enough. Yep. I guess I have covered the format specifiers as well. I will be right back after a short break, you can say, and then we will be moving towards what defining the shorter variables. So, okay, there is no. I thought someone just hit it, but I'll be right back. What is it called? Shorter variable dot go. How can we declare variables like without var keyword, or like a bit more efficient? You can say it's way easier if you will reduce a keyword while defining the variables. So let me go back to Go variables and data types, and variable is covered here. Defining, yeah, I will be changing these things, but as I said, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Cool. So we have done these changes. Now we are moving towards how we actually, let's figure it out here. Perfect. These tutorials are really okay. They are using the method and the random packages in the first place itself. That's strange. Anyways, but this is not what we are looking for, buddy. We are looking for a much simpler method, or like you can say, dude, it's very strange, dude. Variable declaration. Here we have variable declaration creates one or more variables, bind corresponding identifiers to them, gives them each type and initial values. Yeah, pretty much the same definition. That's pretty decent thing to do. Anyways, uh, it has a lot of things to do. You know, we do have other data types which are like slice arrays, structure, and these pointers, which we will be covering on later blog posts or in later live streams. Yeah, and interface as well. But I saw something on a lecture series or somewhere around where they have like defined a variable just with a colon and equals to symbol. So I'm currently finding that method that be, how can that be tackled? Durations and scope. Let me do it here. Do they have this thing defined anywhere in it? Yup, here I can see it. Sort variable declaration. Where were you, dude? I was looking. Okay, it is right under this one. That's it. My bad, my bad. I'm sorry. I apology. But yup, that's how it's done. So let me put the title. Okay, it's not in the same doc actually. It's the another one. Let me put it in our. Do we have declaration without initialization? Type interface. Oh, dude, it's a lot. We will be learning things in our way. How to define a variable. using where keyword. And what you can do is you can use to define a variable. You can directly use either this colon double equals symbol, and that's a shorter method of declaring variables in Golang, because you have to write the var, then the variable name, and then you can assign it some value. That's the longer method of you defining a variable. So the shorter variable declaration means using colon equals to define a variable in Golang. The rest everything is same. We need a name, we need a value to define it. So for example, I have this variable named as system, and it is being assigned as value this within system. Here also we are defining, okay, a variable name system with value within system. And for the example, let's try it here. So we are writing package main. So basically we are saying that this is going to be an executable file, not a library. Importing fmt, because fmt is the library in Golang that has the methods to print something on the terminal. In our case, it's println or printf. Then func main. So I haven't covered the functions yet, but you can just memorize it that we writing func to define a function named as main, because the program execution starts from the function main. We will be covering this in depth when we will be reading about functions. So yep, I mean, I want to define a variable named system, and colon equals to basically means I do not have to use the var keyword here, and the values will for the same is within system, and print, sorry, my bad, fmt dot printf. Printf or println, you can use anything. I myself would prefer using printf, because it has the functionality to pass the specifiers. And let's say I just want to print system. Let me execute it. Day07, what is it called? Shorter. Okay, I have to add a new line here. My bad. It has to be separated with commas. Okay, now I don't think we can use concatenation, or we can use concatenation in printf, but it's something which is not supported in the println. We can try it here. That will also be another point to write in the blog post. Println. Okay, it's supported in both, so nothing new. Okay, cool. So that's also a method of declaring a variable. But here the disadvantage is that we have to define a value to it. If we keep it blank, then it will give an error that okay, you are defining a variable system, but it doesn't have any value inside it. So that is like a disadvantage of defining the sort. That's the disadvantage of using the sorter method to define a variable. We can put it in here as note. In case of shorter variable declaration, you must assign a value to the variable. And which is like not necessary in case of if we are defining it with var. If we are saying var system, then I do not require to add this value. And again it's a null value, so it okay, this is something new to me as well. It's saying expecting type but an invalid I guess we can say here int or something like that. So that basically means that way it the integer or like the variable will be having an value. Like in case of integer it's 0, in case of string it will be a empty string, but you do not need to have another value or something like that if you are defining it with variable. Okay, let me update it here also. Cool, these are the rules. Yep. What I can do here is just put it here, system equals to this, and this can be string. I guess this will also work. It's another way of doing things. Type is not expression. Wait a second, what's wrong in here? Okay, my bad. Perfect. Let me fix it here, and yeah, I can do this as well. Or I can directly do this. Cool. So this is for the shorter one, so I'm keeping all those things blank. Yeah, that's also a right way to define a variable. I guess we have covered things which I have prepared for this live stream. That basically says that using of printf and difference between println and printf. Then format specifiers, we have tried a few examples, and then I have tried this sorter method of declaring variables. I have already like written all those things in the blog post. I am publishing it right now. Okay, just a second. Okay, we are back. So I am pushing these changes right now on the GitHub so that you can check it, and I will be adding all these things right under this live stream, or you can find this in the description box as well. Git status, git add dot, wait a minute, git branch, add dot, git commit -m, Day07 programs, git push origin Day07. And I will be merging the PR right now. You just have to wait a little to the changes to be reflected here. Okay, github.com/life of learn golang. Perfect. Okay. Meanwhile, let me push the changes for the blog post as well. Git status git add dot git commit hyphen m updated variable and add formatters git push origin golang. Okay, it doesn't ask me to create a branch here. Anyways, I can do it. I can do it here. Okay, it is taking a hell lot of time to load here. Okay, my bad. It is taking forever to load, dude. GitHub is not working, or it's GitHub down today. Okay, it is opening here, but something is fishy with my browser here. Yep, they are loading here. I will be logging in here. Login here directly. Well, it's live. Oh, Vipin. I can't tell you these. Okay, because I don't know myself. Perfect. Never do these things because they are completely unethical. 8330. Cool. I can do it from here. You can go and take rest, Firefox. Create a pull request. Are all the changes looking good? Yep. And merging the pull request. Then we have this one. I did merge that, right? Merge pull request, confirm merge. Yeah, we have. Okay. Let me check that. I have merged this one, right? Okay, I didn't merge this. Strange. Cool. Now it's up to dated. Day 7 is here 3 minutes ago, and this one is also up to dated. Now it is building the website actually. So we have an issue. Okay, it's building. So it is going to take a little bit of time in building, and you will be seeing all the reflected changes that I have done in the UI right here. Just wait for the build. Okay, it's uploading. Meanwhile, I will be adding the same in the description of the live stream. Variables and data types. Let me edit it. Println in Golang is already there. Variable and data type, save. Yep, it's saved in the description. Yeah, it's ready. Okay, now you can see things here. In the println, you can see there is the printf, and there is the difference between both of them, that the changes are published. And in the variable and data types, we have the format specifiers. Okay, this a hell lot of space. I can reduce this one, but it's okay. How can this be this much space? Format specifier. Okay, I will be taking care of it in the next live stream. Then we have the variable, how to define a variable. I have using the var keyword and the shorter variable declaration method. So I have to fix these things. I will be pushing these changes in the next one. because uh, because it's my blog. Simple. Let me just update it. Okay. It's it's way better now. Cool, cool. It's all reflected, and in the next one we will be basically going through if else and switch statements, basically decision making statements which we have. And yep, I mean that's pretty much for this one. See you in the next one. By the time, bye bye, have fun. And if you have any queries, just do put the comments in the description box. I will try my best to respond them, and I have all the documents added in the live stream description.